Hey everybody, SolarWarlock coming to you guys with part 3 of Spyro the Dragon as part of the Spyro the Reignited trilogy. Now, in the last episode, we left off with us beating, was it Dry Canyon? So, yeah, we'll continue on today. I did fix the microphone being low for the last 3 videos. That includes the Paladin video and the last 2 Spyro episodes. But anyways, we'll be going to Clifftown. Now, I also believe I fixed the resolution issue. For some reason, the device decided to record slightly lower than it should have, because I forgot to set it on like the highest resolution. If I switch it to anything lower than that, or naturally stretch it out by itself, it just doesn't want to record properly. Worst case scenario, it'll be like 480p or something. Oh my god, I love how they kept Spyro going up really high for that. Anyways, no more talking about the recordings and stuff like that. What we have here is 3 dragons and a dragon egg, as well as 400 gems. So the most gems again, but less dragons than the last level. Now, once again, no skill point until we get to Dr. Shemp. Now, for those who want to get the trophy here, and are playing it on the PlayStation for the very first time, the trophy here, you have to kill all the vultures. A super easy trophy. If you're aiming to get 100% on the level anyway, then no issue. Also, I believe the armored guys are called picadors, and the ladies with the giant pots that look like they're brewing something witches would brew, they are called Big Mamas. They're also not Norks. None of these enemies here are Norks. Actually, if you think about it, there's a lot of levels in this game that don't have Norks as the enemy. Spyro 2 is a little bit different, and we'll get into that later on, the enemies. And then Spyro 3 is all Rhinox. Literally every enemy is Rhinox or something that works for the Rhinox. Spyro 2, on the other hand, has kind of a cool backstory. But remember, a lot of these old games, you used to have to read the manual to actually get the story, because they tried fitting as much gameplay into the game without as much story. So they cut back on the story in place of the gameplay. Now, let's see if we can catch this thief. This thief, in my opinion, is the hardest to catch thief in this entire game, and he wasn't hard in the original. Like, he was still fairly difficult in comparison to other thieves. Also, another cool effect is if you flame cacti, they shake. In the original game, though, they would shake more aggressively, and you'd see, like, the, that guy should have hit me. You'd see the, charcoal residue kind of, like, fly off of it. But they removed that. But they kept the shaking cactus. And he hit me when I was attacking him. So he missed his first attack and hit us with his second attack, even though we shouldn't have taken damage. Also, these gems here are really hard to miss. I know when I'm just playing for fun and kind of rushing through the game, I forget them. Also, I forgot the gems over here. So it's kind of good that I came back for health. Also, butterflies take a long time to spawn. But yeah, there's 2 red gems there. I don't believe they were ever called rubies or anything like that, so yeah, I can't really say the real name. Anyways, we have Halvor. I guess it's like if you take a break and forget how to play the game. There's a lot of that in this game, though, where it's just like repeats of information. So, really, other than the first world, you really don't have to listen to them too much. There are a few dragons that are actually useful in these worlds, especially in the Ice Cavern level. That level will actually get some useful information. Also, she likes to slap these guys. I believe this is also the one that gives you a single red gem, yeah. Not very much value in that cauldron of yours there, lady, but wait, did I call them pots at the beginning of the video? They're clearly cauldrons, but whatever. Called it a pot. The gems also take a lot longer in this game to come out than they did in the original. I know I'm nitpicky that way, but I still love this game. Like, I've beaten this game, like I said, half a dozen times, if not more. Anyways, our second dragon of the level is Enzo Washington. No, Enzo. So yeah, you're probably thinking, wow, this level's actually short. No, there's an entire area over there. Anyways, see, there's the firework. We seen a metal chest that we couldn't break, and boom. That's how you break them. I mentioned that in either part 1 or part 2. I mentioned it in one of those parts, though. So, yeah, I've already went over that information. Also, Spyro not being able to hover in this game or double jump in this game is kind of annoying, because there's a lot of cases where this game almost looks like it was made with the mechanics of other Spyro games that they made in the future kind of in the back of their head. And then when you actually play, it's like, oh. We almost have all the gems. We're only missing 117, which isn't much, considering there's 400 gems and we already have that many. And there's still a huge, vast area over here. Now, these are the vultures they have to get, or have to kill for the trophy. Because you guys, if you guys have never played this game before, you guys were probably like, well, where are the vultures? We haven't even seen any. Is he lying to us about the trophy? Nope. They're just right here. And it's the same vultures from... Oh my god. From the level before this, the Dry Canyon level. I'm used to levels having like really cool names, but Spyro keeps it simplistic. It's not like Crash Bandicoot where it's like totally bare or anything like that. No. Anyway, we'll grab all this stuff before we get the dragon. Because remember, dragons are checkpoints. So if a level only has one dragon, if you die, you gotta do the entire level over. Now, collecting gems and other collectibles, they'll stay, but you'll still have to backtrack to the next dragon to actually be able to go in, or save. And we have Marco and Polo. It's funny because he's actually not pointing to the whirlwind. The whirlwind is actually right there. There's a few things like that. Like, also, I really do appreciate the camera angle change when he's actually talking about it. It didn't do that in the original, so that is something kind of new and nice that they did. But still, he points to the wrong direction. Only by a couple degrees, though, like maybe 5-10 degrees off. So, nothing like... Ooh. Now, the rest of the gems are actually kind of in a sneaky spot as they're kind of hiding behind here. It's funny because as a kid I accidentally found these. And boom, we have all the gems, all the dragons, and the one egg. So now we can move on to the next level. Now, you don't have to take the exit portal every time, but I like to. It makes it seem more professional. Now, in Spyro 2 and 3, there's an actual like portal at the end that you can only get by completing the level. In this game, there's an exit portal regardless of if you fully beat the level or not. And 2,000 gems. I think we should exit this world with... I think it's 3,500 gems, I think. I don't think it's 3,000, because I think one of the levels has... No, it might be like 400, 300... 300, but that would be like 7. No, 4, 3, 3. Yeah, that would make sense. Anyways, we'll go to Ice Cavern, the next level. Then we'll take on the Speedway and the boss in this episode, I do believe, because we're only sitting at about 8.5 minutes. A little more, depending on if I edit or not. So, yeah. Anyways, here's some flame breath. Also, this is probably my favorite level in this entire world. I used to hate this world as a kid because I hated desert levels in general, like Mario and everything, but no. Honestly, not too bad. Also, another one of these little... I forgot to go over these. All you have to do is either flame them, charge them, and then jump to collect the gem. Otherwise, it just falls back in and you gotta do it again. You have as many opportunities as you want to do it. Also, I do believe that this is the only... like actual snow level. There are levels with snow, but I believe this is the only level that's based around snow enemies and like snow concepts, like guys who throw snowballs. Also, the trophy for this one / achievement doesn't matter what platform you're playing on, Steam, Xbox, PlayStation. The only one that doesn't have achievements or trophies is Nintendo, and it's kill all the skiers. We don't see them yet, but we will. Anyways, we have Ulrich. See what I mean? A lot of the information you get is just repeats of information you've already had. Now this level, and like I mentioned in the last episode, is a little bit of a windy level. And what I mean by that is it's a level that you do have to backtrack. But like I said, this game is big on backtracking in physical levels, but not big on backtracking like to other worlds. Anyways, might as well grab this do we want to grab this dragon? I think we'll grab this dragon. We'll see who he is. It's Todor. Love his bow. Now that's what I mean. Good information. You'll actually need that for the enemies coming up. Now, in the original, you can see this platform a lot more, but in this one, it actually kind of blends in. Depending on how far you're sitting away from your TV, the saturation you have on, your TV settings, whatever, it can actually be really hard to see. Now, funny thing is, we see where the key was, and the chest is all the way up here. So see what I mean? And you're probably like, well, if we have to go down here, how do we get back around? Now, I do believe that if we push this, there is a map. Right? Yeah, there we go. So see, it does loop around. I never actually use the map though, honestly, but I'll leave it on. If you guys don't like it, you guys can leave a comment. Comments are enabled on the video. I disabled the like-dislike ratio because we're trying to grow the channel. And right now, we're just having fun. We're not looking for hate or, you know, applaud or anything like that. We're just looking for people to enjoy the actual content. And wow, that guy threw a snowball well before I got to him. Good job, buddy. But yeah, you guys actually did really good at the views. Like, we're at 16 views as of the time I'm recording this one. It's probably up more now. And I actually appreciate that, guys. I know it's been a while since I did, like, actual legitimate LPs that I'm going to finish. Now, from now on, unless it's a game that can't be finished, like if we're playing Fortnite or Paladins, where they don't actually have an end to the content, then we're going to finish the LP. Like, every LP will be 100% finished, and that I vow. Even if it takes me an eternity to finish uploading it, it will be. It depends on how easy the game is. Whoa, you can actually walk into that by accident. Don't do that. Anyways, we have Asher, which I believe is just another thanks for releasing me, Dragon. Oh yeah, they added the now where was I thing. So yeah, see, they did try to add a little bit more text to it, because honestly, when you're paying actually didn't pay full price for this game, it's $50. Now the annoying part is I was trying to get the Crash Bandicoot trilogy again because I'd started that on my channel ages ago and I wanted to redo it. These are the enemies for the trophy / achievements, but it was like, it's like $50 on the PlayStation Store, which is normal. But it's like $80 on Amazon and EB Games, and I'm like, what the frig? Yet Spyro you can find used for $20. I got Spyro on Steam for like $15 with one of those keys from that, not Gamivo, but the other one, the UK one, I think it is, the UK website that gives you discount keys for like lower prices. PlayStation, I got it for full price because I bought it the day it came out, because I literally had just gotten money then, and I was like, oh man, I have to. Also, that enemy shouldn't have been able to punch me when I... Normally, if you jump up and headbutt them in the chest, they won't be able to attack you, but for some reason, there's the occasional time where the enemy will, like, punch you or whatever. Anyways, we have Ragnar. Wait, also, how did we get so far back? Also, is there seriously... Oh, there's 5 dragons here and 400 gems, yeah. I think the boss level and then the Speedway only have 300 gems. Also, it really looks empty. Like, if you look at the Atlas, which, by the way, wasn't in the original game like this, it was a lot different. There's only, like, 6 levels. The home world plus 3 actual levels, a flying level, and then a boss level. but it just looks really weird because it's just so empty. They spaced it out better in the other two games, but it just looks funny. But they actually added that, which is kind of nice. The guidebook is pretty much the same in the other two games as well. Also, free life here. That's kind of weird. But I don't know. The little details they added to the game was kind of nice. Also, like I said, being able to track gems without having to lock it's pretty cool. Now we have Andor, the final dragon. Wow, they actually didn't add anything to him. But they probably at least wanted one or two dragons in the game that said the original line. Even a lot of the dragons that said stuff now have slightly extra lines. I kind of wish they got the original voice actors again. Also, how a snowball physically hurts us, but walking in some cold doesn't is... I don't know. But like I said, playing without audio sometimes is annoying for certain games because you just can't hear what's going on. But to me, we still haven't died, so we're still on a good run. I've been watching a lot of people LP this game because it's been out for a while, and they're like, I'll give it a shot as a, game to record, and they're still so bad at it. It's like, the game isn't really that hard. Like, I know people have issues with games all the time, and I'm not making fun of them. But, like, sometimes you just look at it and go, you're good at these really difficult, obscure games, and then you can't beat one of the easiest platformers in the game with some of the best controls. Like, even the water physics in the later games are actually really decent and make even my biggest issue with Mario games, for example, is their swimming mechanics. It just feels awkward and clunky. Anyways, let's leave and move on to the Speedway, which I actually don't really want to do, but we have to for 100%. As for Spyro 2, its Speedways... I don't know, is there a Speedway I actually like? Yeah, the final Speedway is cool. And then in the third game, they're all... Actually, I think there's only one Speedway I don't care for, and it's not hard, it's just gloomy, and I'm not a big fan of gloomy levels. Now this is the boss, Dr. Shemp, but we don't want to go there just yet, because technically that's not the next level. It's technically, what was it, Night Flight? Or is it Crystal Flight? Oh, snowflakes. No, those are stars. Night Flight. Okay, it goes Sunny, Night, Crystal, Wild, and then I think that's it, right? No, and then Icy. I forgot there was another one. There's 5 worlds, and then the final world, which doesn't have one. But it still has a flying level, but it's not the same thing. So, we can't really compare it to that. Okay, so we're going to go for the rings first, as we literally just finished. I don't know why I said it so late. Then we're going to go for these. Another thing I watch a lot of people do is when they fly, they seem so controller happy. I don't know what console they're playing on. If they're playing on the Switch, then I get it. The Switch controls for this drift so bad that it just literally makes the game pretty much unplayable, and the one level I told you about that's going to be annoying and you're probably going to die just to get shortcuts in it, to get back to where you were, is just so obnoxiously brutal. And not because it's hard, but because the controls are just god awful. Also, the trophy here is to flame those fairies. Also, I think I screwed this up by completely not hitting any of those lighthouses. Yeah, we're gonna have to try again. Oh, we've seen in the back of Spyro's head. That was a little bit eerie. Oh god, we have plenty of time for this in the final level. We might not even be able to get the next homeworld in, depending on how long I want to do it. I did up the graphics, so I want to see how much it takes up on my computer, because, like I said, I don't have much room on my computer. My computer uses an SSD, so it doesn't slow down when we store stuff on it, but it does have very little memory. I think it's 128 gigs altogether, and I have World of Warcraft, Totally Accurate Battle Simulator on. Do not ask me to record that, as much as I want to play that game, because I absolutely love that, because of Captain Sauce. I really can't, because it does not run very well on my computer. It's a cheap computer. I got it for $400. It was originally like a $900 computer though. So you'd expect a $900 computer to, you know, be a little better than a potato, but it really isn't. And that's something that kind of made me sad about my computer, was that it's actually surprisingly weak for how much it costs. It has a lot of RAM. Like, so if you need RAM, it's a good computer, but the graphics card and stuff is just a little lackluster. Like I said, the trophy for here is to flame the fairies with the signs. And there we go, another 300 gems. So never mind, we might get to 3,000. I thought the boss level had more gems, but a lot of the boss levels are shorter than actual levels, so they don't really have that much in it. And luckily for us, whoa, that's dangerously close. The boss level's literally right here. Oh, excuse me, I just had dinner, so my stomach's a little, I wouldn't say gassy, just gurgly, I guess. We had some crab and some rice, and then some leftover, like, hamburger helper and chicken helper. Good old Dr. Pepper to help you not die. Yeah, 300 gems and 1 dragon. And also we're back to a desert level. Kind of funny, eh? Considering that both the Speedway and the previous level were not desert levels. The world does kind of keep a theme. Like, this one is supposed to be themed around a desert. Well, I wouldn't say a desert. It's more like cliffs or mesas. It's kind of like Australia or like the Grand Canyon. Speaking of that, if I can get it, I really want to get a PS3 and play the Sly Cooper game again for you guys. I think I had that on my channel, right? I don't remember. Oh, we missed all of them. I do believe they run off a cliff, and yeah, you just get the money. I don't believe you actually have to go back and collect it. Also, this level's darker than I remember. And that includes playing on this TV. I don't know if it's because I have it hooked up through my recording device, or if it's just naturally darker than I remember. It's actually really nice looking. I really like the ambience here. It's absolutely stunning. Now, if you go over here, there's a big old fat 25 gem. Now, I don't believe you can actually get to her yet, but you have to backtrack in this level anyway. And this level is kind of weird. Also, the skill point here, do not get hit by Dr. Shemp. So we actually have a skill point. Anyways, let's free our only dragon, and his name is Trondo. And yes, they are only guys in this game. Yeah, and that's actually how you beat them. Now, actually, see, you have to get that chest. So, like, regardless if you take the shortcut there and go get her, you still have to drop down and get that. And you know what? Let's actually do that, because I think we can take a shortcut to the portal if we go that way. Anyways, let's torch her. Boom. And that would have been the final gem if you went the, like, boss route first. But yeah, like I said, there are a lot of keys in this game. They're not as... Actually... Yeah, they're not as common. They add another concept. Now, to see what he does, just kind of like walk up to him. So that one, he'll walk up to you. Remember, if you do take damage, just die, and then you can get the skill point. If you don't know how he's going to attack, that one he spins around and smacks you. And I believe the final hit here is where he drops his staff down and then spins it. So, once again, pretty easy. Yep. And his big old booty, and we got our skill point. I will show you what we unlock per skill point. Like you need half the skill points to unlock one thing, half the skill points to unlock another. So we'll do that once we get there. I think we only need 2 or 3 more skill points for that. And boom, level complete. So yeah, you can literally just do this and then kind of just walk around. If you look at the map, it's actually mainly the boss fight room. And the funny thing is the boss fight room is actually the shortest part of the level, even though it's the biggest part of the map. And bada bing bada boom, we're out of here. I love the eclipse though. That might be why the ambience is darker here. And off to the next world we can go, which honestly has my favorite level in the entire Spyro. Well, I wouldn't say in the entire Spyro game. My favorite level is probably in Spyro 2. Okay, where do we go now? Actually, I know where to go. So the map here is just one giant circle. Yep, let's go to the Magic Crafters. Now get ready for that random like loading screen within a loading screen, because it does this. See, watch, it won't transition. It'll like, I can't remember if it just cuts or if it flickers. But regardless, that's what happens. Nothing fancy. Not like it did in the original. See, as this would be going in the original, it'd be shifting colors to the next world. Believe it should be like a green. Oh, it's a purple. And here we are, the Magic Crafter's home world. And that guy's actually at the end of the world. And if you can almost do everything in order. Almost everything. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys all next time for some more Spyro the Dragon. Bye bye guys, and have a wonderful day.